Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, and thanks for attending today's Supplier Central co-hosted webinar, Getting to Know WOWLine and What Makes Them Different. Today we have John Short, National Sales Manager at WOWLine. But before we get started, if you have some questions during the presentation, please feel free to ask those. Just ask those in the questions panel on that GoToMeeting panel that you have on your screen. And then during the presentation, we'll stop and answer some questions. And then we'll also have some time afterwards to go over those questions. Then after John's presentation, I'll be able to show you some of the ways that you can use DC tools to sell and present WOWLine products. And we also have a really cool summer theme template that we'll be able to look at once everything's finished up. So, okay, John, are you ready to get started?
I sure am, Aubrey. All right, okay. Thank you so much, and welcome everyone. I really appreciate everybody taking the time out of their busy day to join my summary for this. I know that right now everybody's very crazy with, a lot of requests, orders, and that sort of thing. And so, once again, I appreciate all the time that you're taking, everything else like that. For those of you who don't know us, WOWLine is the promotional products industry leader when it comes to toys, games, puzzles, keys. We are based in Syosset, New York, and we ship out of Albany. Just so that everybody knows, I am actually based in St. Louis. So if you are a distributor who is on our broadcast today, who is west of the Mississippi River, I am always available to help late in the day. Customer service closes to answer any questions that you have, get you some pricing or anything that you need. And I'll provide everyone with my contact information to the end of the broadcast. So a little bit about us. WOWLine has been the one-stop shop for fun promotional items for over years. We offer well over 500 fun and affordable products to fit all your promotional needs. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, we're the promotional products industry leader for toys, puzzles, and novelties. One thing that I do want to make mention is in the last probably about 4 or 5 years, the breadth of our line has really grown to where today we now offer kitchen items, health and wellness items, pet items, tools, and much more. It's one of those where, once again, we've become more of a one-stop shop for your customer. I mean, we don't carry everything like some of the larger suppliers do, but I think at the end of the day, it's one of those where as a smaller supplier, I think we truly value your business more and that partnership more than anything else. Like, for instance, if you were to call our customer service department, somebody in customer service will answer your phone call and they'll answer it right now if you were to call. And later today, if you were to call me, I won't answer my phone as well too. I guess as I tell people, as I told this a little bit old school, I think it's important to get back to distributors like yourself very quickly, very efficiently, with pricing whatever you need, because you've got customers who are ready to place orders. WOWLine's products are all on Distributor Central, so you can easily create your presentations and everything from that. I know we're also a 5-star supplier with ASI and an A-rated supplier with Sage, because I do have distributors who ask me. And one other thing is we are now on Common SKU. I had us join Common SKU at the beginning of this month, and Common SKU uses uses Distributor Central, and so you can access like all of my products from Common SKU as well too. If you're trying to figure out what Common SKU is, it's more of a social media platform, and you can go out to commonsku.com to sing, but once again, it is powered by Distributor Central. And so it's a great resource if you're looking. I believe for distributors that there is a charge. What that charge is, I am honestly not sure, but it might be something to take a look into if you're looking for ways to present items to your quote items to your customers, or even submit purchase orders to suppliers like myself who are on Common SKU. We are committed to providing a world-class customer service experience, quality imprinting. Like I mentioned before, if you call customer service, somebody will pick up the phone and is there to answer your questions. There is also on our website at wowline.com, there's a chat now feature. So when customer service is available, somebody will be able to do live chat with you if you need it. As I also mentioned, we're headed in Syosset, New York, and we ship from Albany, New York. So if you're a Northeast distributor or somewhere in the Mid-Atlantic, you're looking at 1 to 2 days on ground. We're in the Midwest, like where I am. If it comes out of Albany, it's about 3 days here into the Midwest. Last but not least, we provide 24-hour turnaround on proofs. Please note that production times vary from product to product. Right now, things are kind of crazy when it comes to production times. So it is best to contact customer service to find what our current production schedule is and everything like that. I can't stress that enough. I'm not a fan of overpromise and underdeliver, and I think of those where we just need to make sure that we are all on the same page and that we can get, everything delivered to your customer as quickly and as soon as possible. You can easily add WOWLine products to your website, and I'm sure that Aubrey will probably talk about that in a few minutes. WOWLine offers real-time inventory on our website and is available for use on your own site via Promo Standards data feed. WOWLine's catalog of products is available via Distributor Central's OneSource, which is a Promo Standards compliant product data 2.0 endpoint. Make mention of that because once again, you can create your own presentations and everything like that. Let's see. Aubrey, it looks like my screen sharing has paused or something like that. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay. Commitment to safety. I want to make mention that WOWLine constantly strives to prioritize safety compliance to strict product responsibility practices. We've always been a big, proponent of product safety. We do have a compliance manager on staff who can always provide testing results as well. All of our children's products comply with the consumer product safety. Our sunglasses have UVA and UVB protection, and our art supplies are non-toxic. Our kitchen and antibacterial categories meet FDA requirement. Our line of drinkware is BPA free. And last but not least, we were proud to have been an early adopter of PPI's Product Safety Awareness Compliance Program. When it comes to top 10 best-selling products, our top 10 bestsellers are sunglasses, crayons, piggy banks, cowbells, novelty construction hats, bead medallions, bubbles, back scratchers, Santa hats, and light up LED foam sticks. Earlier, we saw a lot of toys, games, puzzles, and novelties, but there's a lot of other things like this where, as I tell distributors, I have a number of items that are under $1, and I have a large number of items that are in that $1 to $4 range. So if you've got a customer who's looking for a price point, that's one of those things where I can easily help you out, everything that's going on. The big thing that I want to kind of talk about today is did you know that WOWLine, number one is die-cast vehicles. We're one of only 3 suppliers in the industry who offers die-cast. And by die-cast, I'm talking about items that are like 1/32 scale, 1/43 scale, and 1/68 scale. And those things are generally anywhere from about 15 inches in length to 18 inches in length. So the 1/32 scale is going to be something that's 18 inches in length, and then the 1/68 scale is going to be something like 15 inches in length. But if someone, and what I sell are predominantly like 18-wheelers, and they are also like box trucks. So the big thing when it comes to stuff like that is right now the transportation industry is very hot when it comes to things of that nature. It's one of those things where, what did I do? Okay, let me see if I can get this fixed. It's one of those things where when it comes to the die-cast vehicles, it's more important that people know exactly what we have to when it comes to that. And I've got name brands such as International, Kenworth, and that sort of thing. Nail polish. We're one of only 2 suppliers in the industry who offer nail polish. And I make mention of this simply from the standpoint of nail polish is a different and unique item. So when I have distributors who ask me, hey, I'm working with like schools and universities, I'm looking at this, I offer the nail polish because it's a different and unique item. It comes in 22 stock colors, and then I can also do a PMS match for a minimum of 1,000 pieces as well. There is a pre-pro charge for that custom PMS match, but if you've got a school or university who is looking for something different and something unique to do, like for college recruitment, for the sororities, for cheer, for dance, for football, for basketball, that's a great little item. Lawn and garden items.
John?
We added 4
Sorry,
items.
don't mean to interrupt.
Yes.
Sorry. It looks like if you go down and click on the slideshow and then advance your slides a little bit, I don't think anybody's seeing the changing slide.
Okay.
And then maybe we can upload the slides under handouts at the end. So if everybody wants to see those that we might have missed, they can download those too.
Sure. I can go back real quick. So here's the one slide that I talked about easily adding the WOWLine products to your website using Distributor Central's OneSource, which is a promo standards compliant product data 2.0 endpoint. We are promo standards, so this is a great resource for you as a distributor. The next slide that I talked about was the commitment to safety that talked about prioritized safety compliance and adhering to those strict product responsibility practices. I talked about how we had a compliance manager on staff. All you have to do is reach out to me and I can get that information sent to our compliance manager and she can comply with testing documents. I talked about the CPSIA Act, the sunglasses about having UVAB protection. And just so that you know that when you look on the website, it's going to have all these icons on the website next to the items. And then the kitchen and antibacterials meeting FDA requirements. And then WOWLine being an early adopter of PPAI's product safety awareness compliance program. And then I talked a little bit ago about
we're still not seeing the slide on our end. Do you have it on your other screen maybe that you're not sharing?
No.
We're just seeing the PowerPoint program.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. Because it's where I click on, it's telling me that something about the let's click this, show application, slideshow.
Oh, there we go.
Can you see it now?
We're on Did You Know That WOWLine Carries? Okay.
Yeah, let me scroll back up real quick once again. So I apologize. This is one of those technical issues that's more, can drive some people insane some days.
No worries.
So I apologize for all that. Somehow something happened where it triggered, I guess, screen to be paused. And so I'm just like, okay, great. I just love technical difficulties, but we power through it, we make the best of it. So once again, my apologies for repeating myself, but sometimes it always helps to repeat everything because then it helps people remember. This is where I talked about how our entire catalog of products is available on Distributor Central's OneSource and that we are part of promo standards. So we're glad to be able to utilize Distributor Central to do this, to be able for you to see real-time inventory on our website or for use on your own site via promo standards. So it's great to see that. I talked a few minutes ago again about commitment to safety, where we could strive to see those where we prioritize safety compliance. As I mentioned earlier, we do have that compliance manager on staff who can supply testing documents and any other information that's needed. There's not a lot of suppliers like us, our size or whatever, who have that compliance manager. So I'm really grateful to have her name's Deirdre with us to be able to provide that. I talked a little bit ago about our children's products comply with CPSIA, and there's the bullseye that's attached to all those products on our website. The sunglasses have the UVA and UVB vision, and our art supplies are non-toxic as well. Kitchen and antibacterial categories meet FDA requirements, and then we were an early adopter of PPI's product safety awareness program. I mentioned earlier as well too, top 10 best-selling items: sunglasses, crayons, piggy banks, cowbells, novelty action hats, bead medallions, bubbles, back scratchers, Santa hats, light up LED foam sticks. And then I mentioned also too, and this is kind of the breadth of like what I talked about, is I talked about the die-cast vehicles. Once again, we're talking about 1/32, 1/43 scale and 1/68 scale die-cast vehicles. They come boxes that are anywhere from 15 inches in length to 18 inches in length. So there are brand names such as Kenworth, International, and Peterbilt that we offer. I can't think custom. I am limited to what I have as far as stock, but it's one of those where you have your choice of either a 1-color imprint on one side of the truck or a 4-color process decal on both truck. Nail polish, as I mentioned a little bit ago, I've got 22 different stock colors in nail polish. I can also do a custom PMS match of nail polish. Minimum's 1,000. There is a pre-pro for that. But once again, nail polish is a different and unique item. We're one of only 2 suppliers in the industry that offer that. And then I've also a few other nail-related products like glass nail files and a couple of like little manicure kits that can be a great complementary piece to that. But the different colors I've got about like 8 everyday colors. I've got 5 pastel colors. I've got 5 colors that are geared more for like holiday and Christmas season. And then a few other colors as well out there too. But once again, if you're doing some sort of a women's event, if you're doing something with schools and universities, if you're doing something with dance teams, cheer teams, things of that nature, you know, nail polish is one of those that's a different and unique item. I was mentioning a few minutes ago about lawn and garden items. We added 4 items in 2019, and the new added back in 2020 was a rain gauge. And I have seen significant sales in rain gauges this year, and that is due in part to, there was a supplier in the industry called Morgan, who unfortunately has gone out of business due to the pandemic. And they sold a lot of plastic items, and one of those items that they sold was rain gauges. And apparently, from what I can gather, they've been tough for distributors to find. Well, I carry them. I offer them in 2 different colors, in white and in blue. And so it's one of those where, once again, if you're looking for somebody who's doing something that's agriculture related, lawn and garden related, you know, maybe something nursery related, it's not a bad piece. I mentioned a few minutes ago about light up products, and foam sticks being one of our top selling items. I also have light up 2 bracelets, light up necklaces, a few other items as well too when it comes to light up. Holiday themed items. I've got St. Patrick's Day items, I've got Halloween items, and I've got Christmas items. I think for Halloween, I think Halloween is going to be a very strong, we'll call it event this year, because there have been so many Halloween parties that were canceled last. So for like us, I've got like a Halloween pumpkin scooper, but then I've got the orange nail polish and the black nail polish. So that would be something that might tie in great for Halloween. Christmas products, I've got Santa hats, I've got stockings, I've got ornaments, and a number of other things as well too. Pet items. Pet items has been an explosive category for us, simply because from what I was reading, something like 12 million households last year adopted a pet during the pandemic. So there has been an increase in the sale of pet items by rescue organizations, the humane societies, veterinarians, you know, veterinarian clinics, that sort of stuff, because they want to send out items, you know, at adoption fairs or to their customers who bring their pet in, you know, if they need to get a checkup or something like that. One of my only pet items has recently been my 3-step canned food lid that can cover like cans of dog food or cat food. Because it's a real item that a veterinarian or veterinarian clinic can hand out to customers. You know, if you know, they are also selling pet food as well too. We get into arts. I know that this is end of June, but I can't stress this enough right now, and that is, we need to be starting to think about stuff for the quarter and fourth quarter with the issues in inventory and production time and stuff like that. I have a slew of art supplies that are great for back to school, such as crayons, chalk, glue, rulers, coloring books, paint sets, molding clay, all sorts of different types of novelty ink pens and stuff like that. And now is the time to start talking to your customers real quick. The reason why I mention that is because there are some folks, end user wise, whose fiscal year ends on June 30th. So if you can get it sent in to us, you know, we can get it printed and shipped whenever, but you can at least get them billed now for the end of their fiscal year. And what we're seeing right now is a lot of those end users have been sitting on so much marketing cash that if they don't use it, they're going to lose it. And so now is the time to kind of think about that as well too. Get into dental items. And we're talking toothbrush timers, dental floss, toothbrush holders, and much more. And dentist office reopenings, orthodontic offices reopening, stuff like that. This is an opportunity to get some items in front of those dentists to be able to give to their patients for coming back. There is, in the dental section, there's a large dental pouch that's a 10 by 6. It's kind of a plastic pouch where you can put a business card slot into it. And then one of the other I know that sells real well for dentists are kids' sunglasses. And the reason why is because then the kids can wear them while they're in the dentist chair, so that they're not getting the lights blinded into anything like that. A couple other things I just want to make mention of: cannabis items. It has become the fastest growing vertical market right now. State of Illinois is looking to add another 110 medical marijuana dispensaries. They're issuing licenses for it. State of New York has now added in a bunch of opportunities as well too for dispensary. So I make mention of that to, start looking at that as far as a vertical market. Great thing is a lot of them have to pay in cash, so you can get paid on the spot, plus maybe give them some sort of discount. Eco-friendly items. We currently have 2 eco-friendly items. One are soy crayons, and then the other one is our wheat fiber sunglasses, and I've been told that there are more to. Last but not least, I've got 29 made in the USA items, and there's an American flag next to those in the catalog, and there's, if you go to the website and you scroll all the way down, quick link there for best in, for made in USA. Aubrey, do you have any questions? Are there any questions at this point?
Sorry, I was muted and I didn't realize it. No, I don't have any yet. Does anybody have any questions they want to type out here, and then we can come back to it in a minute when we get closer to the end of it? No, I think you've covered most everything so far.
That's fine. That's not a problem. Like I said, it's important sometimes to stop and at least ask, because I know that if one person's thinking about it, somebody else is probably thinking the same thought. So it never hurts to at least ask or anything like that. So yeah. When we get into some, we'll term it newer products for lack of a better term, I talked about the nail polish. There's 8 or 9 different everyday colors, but then there's also neon, there's pastel, and then there's nail polish. The 4-pack soy crayons, I'd mentioned those about being one of the 2 eco-friendly items. And then that rain gauge, that has become, like I said, one of our better selling items here recently, simply because unfortunately Morco had gone out of business, and a lot of distributors have been looking for rain gauges for their agriculture customers and TV stations, you name it, anybody can use something like that. The newer products, Rainbow Iconic sunglasses. June is Pride Month. Unfortunately, I am completely sold out of the Rainbow Iconic sunglasses at this. So it's one of those things where they will be back in stock, but it's going to be a little bit further down the road. And as we get closer to, we'll call it into fall, if you're looking to make kits, I've got hand warmer kits, I've got toe warmer packs as well too. So those are always a great item. That maker set in the pouch, that is a perfect item to complement with the nail polish. So it's one of those things where, once again, if you're looking to put together some items that kind of correlate, great thing. Some other new products, especially when it comes into toys and games, the Magic Molding Sand, the tabletop beanbag toss, and the mini arcade game. Those 2 are a little bit more of expensive items. Retail on the tabletop beanbag toss is around $15. The mini arcade game retail is somewhere in the $35 to $40 range. I make mention of that only because, once again, now is the time to start thinking about, what are you going to do about Christmas? Because there could still be inventory issues and things of that nature. And at some point, your customers are going to come looking for products. So it might not be a bad idea to start getting some of those items out in everybody more than anything else. When it comes to bestsellers, classic sunglasses, beach balls, or smiley face slime, that water game assortment, that is a great piece. Playing cards, bubbles, anything outdoor related right now is selling tremendously. And by outdoor, I'm talking sunglasses, sidewalk chalk, any of our beach products, the foam dart shooters, that sort of stuff. Those things are just been selling like hotcakes right now. And then we get also into some other bestsellers. The up in the upper left, that's an example of one of the tractor trailers, the diecast that I talked about. That's my DC002 XFC, and that has color process decal that's on both sides of the truck. Sidewalk chalk has been selling crazy right now because everybody being outdoors, wanting to get out and see. 4-pack of crayons, great for back to school. With a lot of banks reopening, the classic piggy bank. Also too, the cowbells, going to be a great back to school item, because with a lot of outdoor events, I know that a lot of college football stadiums are going to be allowed to have capacity. There's baseball stadiums, that are always allowed that, like right now, like the Dodger Stadium and Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. So they're back to full capacity well too. And then a couple things I want to make mention of on our website. When you go out, there will be banner ads out there, but underneath Browse Product, you're going to be able to see everything and be able to find the items that you're looking for. There is a search bar in the upper right. Underneath Distributor Tools, that's where you're going to be able to our current brochures and our current catalog. I do have some print copies of our 2021 New and Bestsellers brochure and our Spring 2021 Blowout brochure that I'm happy to send anybody who wants them. Our 2021 full line catalog is digital only. Our 2020 catalog, I still have copies of that. So if somebody needs that, you can always at least show them to where I'd be able to show the breadth of the line. And then when you scroll all the way down, this is what I was talking about a few minutes ago about the quick links. That is one of the things where with quick links, you can easily click Made in USA. You could click on the UV400 CPSIA certified, and it should pull everything up. Last but not least, customers. Our hours are 8:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, Monday through Thursday, 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern on Friday. Toll-free numbers 800-656650. And for customer service, the email is info@wowline.com. Our art department is art@wowline.com. Web www.wowline.com, and it does have live chat support when customer service is in the office. And then last but not least, my contact info and then my team's contact information. We are always available to help with whatever you need as far as like any samples, brochures, you name it, we're here to help. And finally, thank you. I appreciate it. Once again, my apologies for any tech issues or anything today. Unfortunately, when you're doing stuff like this, sometimes those things happen, but we make the best of it and we go forward.
Yeah, thank you, John. That was a lot of great information. I don't have any questions right now, but I'm going to leave it open. When I go through my part of the presentation, feel free to go ahead if you run into any questions that you didn't think of. Type those in there, and then we'll get a chance to go back through them if we have any. I'm going to go ahead and switch over here. Okay. Oh, we do have a question here. Are the USA-made items using 100% USA-made materials?
As far as I know, they are, yes. I can always get information from our compliance manager on that. I am going to say right now, for an item such as our small pails with shovel and our large pails with shovel, but I have been told the raw materials have gone up like 50%. And right now our beach pail supplier is having troubles getting those raw materials because they're all like plastic resin and everything else like that. So my inventory right now is limited on that simply because if they were able to get it, the pricing would probably be at least double or triple what it is on the website now. If you have a customer who is looking for those, I would recommend that you double check with us on the inventory. I might have a few more coming, stuff like that, but right now, because of the issues with raw materials, we're kind of a little, I don't know what you want to call it, hamstrung for lack of a better term, because of that. But yeah, as far as I know, like for instance, the nail polish, that is all USA made. It is made, how can I put it? It's made on demand. It's not sitting on a shelf ready to go. It's manufactured as soon as we send in orders for it. And just so that everybody knows, after it's manufactured, it's generally got a shelf life of about 2 to 3 years. So it's not something that's gonna go bad, after 6 months or whatever. But yeah, those are a couple of examples. Nail polish is a prime example where it's made to order.
Gotcha. And I have another one. Does your team provide any sort of free mock-ups for marketing?
Yes, we do free virtuals. So it's one of those where all you have to do is email myself and my team, and we will get that over to our art department. I have distributors who will email me saying, hey, Jeff, this customer who's looking for some ideas, in the $1 to $3, $4 range, can you give me some ideas? And generally what I do is I'll send you those ideas and say, okay, here's what I'm kind of thinking. Let me know what your thoughts are, email me back, and then I'll get you some virtuals from at that point, because I'd rather you as a distributor go into these end users with something more targeted, rather than maybe just kind of trying to figure out exactly, what they're really looking for. I think if you go in with a plan, I think you've got a better chance of coming out with an order. But yeah, we can always send you free we can do tools. If somebody wants like blank or random samples, there is no charge for blank or random samples under $5 net. All that we ask for is a number or FedEx number for the freight. But if you are on here today and you need some samples, just email me and I will send them out on our UPS account as a thank you for taking the time to attend today.
Great. And then I have a question about stock.
What else?
I believe
Anything else?
Yeah, for stocks, they were wondering if the stock pattern and you add the logo by sublimation or 4-color process, how does that imprint work on stock?
Okay, the socks are one of our factory direct items that comes straight from China. So it's one of those where they're kind of made on demand. I believe that they are sublimated, but I would need to confirm that. Lead time for something like that any of our factory direct items, it's 20 business days following proof approval. Need to add on at least another 15 days for shipping, because things coming out of China right now have been, we'll just term it a little wonky for lack of a better term. But if you need samples of the socks, I can easily get you samples of socks. We've got extra samples at the office, and we can get those sent out to you so that you can see them for yourself. But I'm pretty sure that everything is dye sublimated. But once again, I would just need to confirm that.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so what I just wanted to do for the last few minutes of the webinar is just run through Distributor Central and our tools, how we can help you sell WOWLine products, basically. Distributor Central is a completely free service for you as a distributor, provided by sponsors like WOWLine. And to sign up, if you're not already a member, you could actually go to distributorcentral.com, and then you'll see a distributor section. And if you go to distributors overview, you'll see get my free account. And so it's just as simple as filling that information out. If you already have an account, maybe you don't know your username and password, just reach out to us. Our information's right here at the bottom. This is our number, our toll-free number, and then our email, and we'll be happy to help you get the information that you need. One thing that we have created for you as a distributor are some different resources to help you use your account. And if you go up to the top, distributorcentral.com, you'll see a resources section. So you'll see some live training, which means you can sign up for a live webinar like today, where they go through training. You'll see some archived training videos, including some of our supplier webinars and our distributor-specific tutorials. We also have access to our help center, where you can type in what your question is, basically, and then that will give you back the answer that you need, or a guide or a video. And we have a YouTube channel, so you can go to our YouTube channel and watch any of those videos that I've talked about already. They're all on that YouTube channel. We also created some graphics for you as a distributor. So we have templates, and I'll show you some of those templates here in a second. But the graphics here are ways that you can change the templates or make your site a little bit newer by updating with new graphics. And so our graphics team built those, and when you click on it, it'll pull up the different options that you can download. And basically you just take those pictures and you can upload them directly to your own website on DC. The template that we built today for WOWLine products and some other summer products is our summer shop template. So this is debuting today. It'll be in your account, and I'll show you where you can access it. but it goes through and has already collected all the summer products that you might want to sell to your customers. And because you can create as many websites as you like on DC, you can take this template and build it even if you already have a website. So you have a separate website for this summer pop-up. It is built in here. So if we go and click on this, it'll pull up all the beach bags from WOWLine. And basically you just switch out your logo here at the top. When you log into your Distributor Central account, it looks like this. And if you want to access that template, you'll just go down to Website on the left and then Hosting Manager. From there, you'll see a section at the top that says Add New Website. And if you click on Add New Website, it'll take you to those templates. And you'll see this summer template as one of the first templates listed. So if you wanted to use it, you would just click Use this template. You could name it whatever you'd like it to be named. Upload your logo. And then once that's uploaded, you can just create your site. It's as simple as that. You can make changes to it, but you don't have to. You can just add your logo and the site's ready to go. So there's my site I just created. If you have a domain name, you can attach it to this, or you can use a subdomain. So if you already are hosting weaverpromotions.com with DC, you could do summer.weaverpromotions.com for this website. That's an opportunity for you to promote this a little bit differently. You can also, from your account, just come over and do a search if you want to find some of WOWLine's products. Up at the top, you can see you can search for suppliers or products. But if I just type WOWLine in here, you can see some of their top products, and then I can just click View All Products from WOWLine. And then from here, you'll see all the different products that WOWLine has that you can add to presentations or add to your website on Distributor Central. So you can just click Add to List for any of these items. It'll grab them. And then down here at the bottom, you can name your list. So let's save it. No, not all these products are WOWLine, but save it as WOWLine as a test. And then once you have it saved, you can create a quote featuring these products. You can just add this whole list to your website. You can email all these products to your customer. So it just makes it a little bit easier to collect. And then if you want to come back to this later, you can find these product lists again. So these are just some of the ways that you can use DC to sell WOWLine products to your customer. Question. Oh, I think that's for John. They were asking you, John, what are some of your quickest turnaround items right now?
Well, right now, production is running 7 to 10 business days. As of this morning, I still had room on the production schedule for June the 30th. Normal production time, to be honest with you, for a one-color imprint is generally 3 to 5 business days upon proof approval. But right now, with everything that's just been going on, earliest I could probably get something out the door as of this morning is either June 30th or July 1st. I wish I don't offer 24-hour rush service or 24-hour turn. I kind of wish that I did, but I unfortunately don't. And that's kind of where we're at right now. As I mentioned it earlier, it's best to check with customer service to see where our production is right now. I will say this though, depending on the item, my inventory is still pretty good on a number of items, especially in sunglasses. I've got certain colors, like on the classic sunglasses, which I think you may have flashed up there. And some of the colors, I've got like 25,000, 30,000 pieces. My inventory is still strong, but the problem comes with being able to get everything imprinted quickly done.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I think I've covered everything I wanted to show you guys, just how to use
like I said
DC.
earlier too.
Go ahead.
No, all I was saying was, I mean, like I said, you can always check real-time inventory on WOWLine.com. And if something says call for availability, all you have to do is email me, my team, or customer service, and we can do an inventory check for you real quick just to make sure. Because every once in a while something says call for availability and it's not out of stock for some reason. It's just a hiccup or in the system. And I still have inventory, especially on like some of the closeout items and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, and we have that inventory inside DC too. So what they have on their website pushes into Distributor Central. So when you're looking at their products inside DC, you'll also be able to see that same inventory. Okay, well, that's all we had today. Please reach out to Distributor Central or to John if you have any additional questions. We're going to look over some of these questions, make sure we got all the questions answered, and if not, we'll reach back out to you guys via email. Thank you so much for attending. Have a good rest of your day.